Welcome to Kickstarter Radio 102.4. I'm your host, Lipstickpaddy, and today we're looking at Cloudspire, Ankar's Plunder. So let's see what's coming up in today's show. Oh dear, why so quick? This is outrageous. If anything, the middle wear is what they are. It's not blowing me away. There's no vibrance to this map. For me, the only problem I have with the game is the art, and that they are locking themselves into neoprene and lowering the quality of what it could be if it was card. It suddenly jumps up to the everything has to be $100. Copy of every future game Chip Theory produces on Kickstarter. All of text give you just black and white. I don't know why they've done their dice over the top of them. It does seem a little bit stingy. Do you really need everything here anyway? These aren't heat transferred colours. These are just stickered chips. You've got a mat on a mat here. Look at this tower. I've not seen anything like that they're unlocking one card every 25k a card. The stretch goal's disappointing. 2 extra cards for the 500,000 stretch goal. Whoopee-doo! No rulebook. This is the best image we have of the dice here. Looks like a capitalist move because the most boring chip you could have done. If you think it's good for you, well, you're here for the backers, and it's not good for the backer. There's a huge box. What can I say? Middleware priced at $100. Yes, honesty comes at a cost. Get your downvotes going down there, you white knights. This is a fair analysis from me, Lipstickpaddy, as I'm a polemic and I don't let anything get in my way to tell the truth. So the gloves are off, but the knuckle dusters are on now. So let's see what we can do here. Let's get it on after this.
The next social stretch goal on KiS 102.4 is the 250 subscriber. Subscribe today and unlock new music that will change the music in all the videos in the future. You could be part of the evolution.
Well, here we are on the lightning fast campaign. Why? Oh dear, why so quick? This is outrageous. Is it really outrageous? Well, are you really giving your Kickstarter enough time to breathe? No, is the quick answer. Look, you've got 4,000 backers, but is the word getting out? You know, the best word is word of mouth, people spreading this on social media, and with 3 days to go, you are seriously limiting the amount of news can get around about this Kickstarter. Now, you do have a minimum pledge for people to jump in. We do like that here because it is very busy Kickstarter with amazing AAA titles and also COVID-19 nonsense happening. Anyhow, I'm just saying nonsense because I'm sick of it. Are you not sick of that news by now? Anyway, Cloudspire, what is it? Well, some people think Chip Theory games are like a AAA company, but I have to beg to differ. Now, you might think I'm horrible for saying this, but just because they're producing neoprene mats and chips instead of miniatures or things in that nature, bring them up to a AAA level. Well, no, I don't agree with that. Actually, if anything, the middle wear is what they are. Not budget, not AAA. They're in the middle, and I can say that straight away because of the art. You can see here that the art. Looking at this on the table, it's not blowing me away. The art, if anything, it's dull. There's no vibrance to this map. There's a lot of this dark stone here. Lack of variety of trees. We have just the art of the mountains or the rocks here, very similar. It has this very similar, even the fortress tiles here, they have this look that I would never use the word beautiful that I've seen thrown at this game. Not at all. In fact, for me, the look is more functional, and this game is all about its gameplay going across the map, and that is why it's loved. It is loved because of that, okay? Now, it calls itself a Dota, and you can only be called Dota if there is 2 sides to the map. As soon as you bring 3 to 4 players, it's less that. It is less that, absolutely. So, yeah, it is a different game completely when you go to 3 to 4 players. Fairly long. It is going to push 2 hours, this battle, and it's going to be nice, focused and energetic, and an interesting 2 hours certainly is. Got a little love, but there's a lot of hate around the game. And but for me, the only problem I have with the game is the art, and that's subjective. And for you, you might like it, you might love it, and but we'll go down. I think putting it on neoprene is potentially. You could have done this with card, so certainly it would have been cheaper out of the box if it was card. And what does the neoprene offer you? Because on card we are getting high definition quality printing on card. Now the map could look so much more vibrant if you moved away from neoprene, because neoprene inherently suffers from its what you can put on there in terms of high definition. So they are locking themselves into neoprene and lowering the quality of what it could be if it was card, in my opinion. So there is that. I mean, if this is card, for example, you can UV spot this where there's water, where there's any kind of terrain that would have some kind of reflection. You can UV spot it. It would look great if it was on card. But here, it's neoprene. It's stuck in the past. It's not using any of the latest printing techniques that we're getting in 2020. So yeah, for me, the look is dated as well. Now, let's move on, because predominantly most people are coming to this for the expansion. They already know that they know the game, and they're just coming in to get the expansion, which is the expansion. 2 expansions are exciting. They really are. Well, I say 2 expansions. 2 factions are coming. They come in 2 different boxes here. $55 is the price, so it's not too bad. Especially, you know, you've got to be paying for the quality of the equipment here. If this had gone standy and card, it would have pushed itself possibly down towards, I don't know, $25. I've no idea. Alright. However, it suddenly jumps up to the everything has to be $100 Kickstarter theme, which we're getting this year. and really, I mean, if you're coming in here, do you really need this pledge of 110? Well, do you need it? Firstly, you definitely want the 2 factions. The hardcover Art Lore Volume 2 has scenarios and skirmishes in it, so yes, you're probably going to want that. The mini expansion for the towers, or the spires, if you want to call them spires, and the turrets or the cannons on the ship. The mini expansion, of course, you're going to want that. And the heroes bounty pack and all the unlocked heroes, yes, of course. So it's like everything in that pledge, 110 is what you would want to get. So it's already it is looking expensive. Now, I'd certainly say that this is a gamer's gate. It'd be tough for me to put this on the table and bring people in that want to play it. It's fairly complex. and intimidating. I'd have to hide all these chips behind the box to ease them into this tile. And this map here, it can change. This is just one setup here. It can be different shapes, of course. It's modular in how it is. And again, you can do double-sided neoprene. Yes, they're not doing this though. But with card, you could also do double-sided much easier, as card is always printed on both sides. Mainly, mostly. Right, here we go. Horizon's Wrath. The pirate is a pirate. And he doesn't have a fortress. He has, you could call it, a flying fortress, so he can move around. He can actually fly this thing around the map here. So if you're charging units towards here, you can just move your ship over here. And his cannons, they can fire across the map to your fortress, which can be a massive pain in the backside. So potentially this guy's going to be the one. If you're in a 3 to 4 play, this guy's going to get bullied, I'd say, out of all of them, just because that feature is very strong. And he's firing across the map, and it can hit anybody in the path. So this guy's going to be a pain in the back for everybody at the table. I mean, that's what a pirate should be. So it's a nice theme going with the pirates. If you're coming in late, oh dear, if you're coming in late, because it gets expensive. In fact, it pushes $445. You 200 people coming in late. Look at this, all gone. 10 backers came in. For this one. Interesting. A copy of every future game Chip Theory produces on Kickstarter. What? Like forever? Every future game? The $650? It's weird, isn't it, that? It's very weird. Are they just Chip Theory Games are going to do one more game and then disappear? Because otherwise they're going to keep giving free games out to these people. It's only 10 people though. I don't know. It is weird, that, isn't it? Very weird. Anyway, so you've got Horizon's Wrath, the pirate boat. Then you've got the Uprising also, which are... Oh, you've got a little bit of lore here. We'll go down and we'll see the box. You get the chip tray. This stuff is fairly early. Let's have a look. Yeah, it's coming November, so it's almost finished. Equipment chips. You know, would you not rather have a deck of cards that you can sleeve rather than chips? You know, they've called their company Chip Theory Games, and it's what Elon Musk said. The design of the International Space Station has limited innovation in space. In space, completely. When you create a box to design within, it creates limitations. Now these faction spires, these are going to be miniatures. You can upgrade these to miniatures because these just look not that cool. You can see these way gates here as what's it called? The Uprising. These can teleport into the map. And these way gates are very dangerous. If you've got units around these, they can blow these up essentially and destroy everything around it. So it's kind of like, I'll cut off one of my fingers to damage you. So there is that. Scenario booklet sounds really good because, you know, this does have one player. It's soloable. So this is good to see. these reference cards here just lacking colour, and certainly on the main Cloudspire Kickstarter page they did put some art colour on this, and certainly this talent sheet here looking so bland. You could, for example, section off the attacks with a colour, the support attacks, the defense, the healing. You could certainly do something with this. I mean, just look at this. How much appeal does this wall of text give you? Just black and white. I don't know. Everything's likely to change anyway. They keep saying this. Art's not final, art's not final. But you know, if you're seeing the water on this, for example, that could be UV spotted, and you can't do that on neoprene. And you know, they have these cuts in the map. Well, we do dual layer board, we do triple layer board. No, technology is moved. It's potentially, this is, you know, this is one route they went, and it now starting to look dated, in my opinion. I'm going to have to keep saying that because I'm going to upset a lot of people what I'm saying over the chip theory game stuff. Also, if you're designing your art for these chips, the artist is also squared off and cannot do as much as they want. So yeah, there's such limitations with all this stuff. Now here we go. We've got these are the blue chips. We've got the nice units going across them. They've got the details. We've got all the stats on them, which is, you know, it's nice for what it is. I don't know why they've done the dice over the top of them. That's the first time I've seen that on Kickstarter. It's weird. And you know, I do like the way they have laid it out. It's just a matter of detail in the art across the board here. You know, I'm coming back. This looks like Final Fantasy VI or something. It looks super dated art is what I'm looking at. Even in the realm of 2D art, it's old 2D art. It's not the new generation of 2D art. You know, it's like you're going back to the Mega Drive era of top-down games. That's what it kind of has a feel of. You know, and Dota, the MOBA game, is much more high resolution in what they're doing in the forest and stuff. And of course, League of Legends is 2D art and is so much better art across the map. So, you know, this art is subjective and can be compared with other games in its genre, even if it's not a board gaming genre. So there you go. Compromises are being made when you look at this title. So, artwork not final. Yeah, not final. Nice buildings though. Thieves, covert ops, rogue, research, reconstruction lab. So nice stuff happening here. There's kind of nice detail going around this. But overall, no happy Lipstickpaddy with the art, no. I get the feeling these videos are old. Where they're like, we're not going to tell you more, we'll let you discover that yourself. And it's like, you're on the Kickstarter, you should be telling us about the game. What's this you got to find out on your own? So quite a lot of lore on this page, and you know, there's a lot of lore going on in the scenario books themselves. Here's the flying fortress up in the clouds. Yeah, I do like these circles with the boat wheel here is quite nice, but again, it gives me that feel of like Let's jump to the GameCube. One of my favourite games, Skies of Arcadia. It gives off that vibe of Skies of Arcadia, but that's something that's possibly 20 years old. So here are the minis for the towers, and you know, as this company is more focused on doing chips than doing minis, the minis aren't too bad. You know, it's a case of it'll do. It's certainly an upgrade from the chips, that's for certain. Can you imagine if they'd gone full mini instead of chips? How amazing would that be? And you know, if you're not going to do it, someone's going to do it. It's as simple as that. And who's going to do it? Well, the League of Legends peeps, they're going to be bringing out new games, and they've not brought out a League of Legends MOBA game. And if they did, that would be full miniaturized up, and that's going to completely cast a shadow over this game if it happens. So if you're not going to miniaturize everything, get rid of these chips and change your neoprene for card, then yeah, you can check out the original campaign to see more. Certainly if you're backing to get the original. And it does have the co-op there in the scenario, which is nice. I don't know if you've seen these videos, but this woman, it's like she's been tasting helium balloons. She has such a high-pitched voice. She really has. Now we're seeing art as we go down, and it's a shame that this art is only on the Kickstarter, because there's no chip big enough to fit that on. You know, you can get giant cards for player sheets and stuff with beautiful art across them here, but again, you couldn't. You're limited by your tech that you've set yourself. It does seem a little bit stingy. $5 off its retail price. Is that just me? $5 off. If you're bringing this as cheap as possible for the backers, why is the retail only $5 more? Are you not making a profit on this game when it goes to retail? Normally you'd see a bigger saving than that. Or is it potentially you're just buying the retail box? We're just giving you a discount off the retail box, and the stuff in the stretch goals, that is going to be what's Kickstarter exclusive. I think that's probably what they're doing. So the mini box, yep, you're definitely going to have to get that to get away from the chips of the towers. I keep saying towers. I'm just going to say towers. A dice chucking tray. Anybody is still interested in these things? Here we go, the massive one. And you know, it's like, do you really need everything here anyway? For example, the Greege here, the insectoids. Oh man, I don't like that kind of faction. So, you know, if there's one thing you don't like, you know, do you want to add it to the game anyway? That's here or there. I mean, if you want to get everything for Cloudspire, then, you know, you want to get everything. Here is everything is a giant. Well, there is books here as well, and a massive playmat here, which is, I don't understand why you'd want a playmat when your map is already a playmat. It's weird. Alright, 256 chips. That's why this game's so expensive. You could have done full minis and had this price. Now, you might not have been able to do minis for the box at this price. I don't know. Maybe you could have. Maybe. It says, this add-on faction of amphibian bugs is a fan favourite, apparently. This is the faction I least like, just because I don't like bugs. I don't like bugs that are enemies or anything like this. Just, I don't want to be a bug. Now, these premium health do look good. Now, it says includes 69 custom stickered. Custom stickered? These aren't heat transferred colours. These are just stickered chips. Oh my goodness. Really? These beautiful, look, throwing this word as if it's a cheap word to use. Beautiful foil stickered weighted chips. Why do you need the weighted chips? Is beyond my it's gone over my head why you'd need this component in your game. It is nonsense to me. This is a deluxe matte. Sure, the game is a matte by default. No. The mat is the big thing underneath your mat. So you've got a mat on a mat here. This is the giant mat, and it's $50, man. You could get some amazing games on Kickstarter for $50. Oh. When the add-on costs more than a Kickstarter. So yeah, it's getting a little bit egregious with what it is. But you know, if you're absolutely in love with this game, then maybe the Sky Mat has you boiling with excitement. Shown here with a 1 versus 1, which, oh, that could be tight if you're going 4-player on this thing, right? Maybe it needs to be bigger. Towers, when painted, they look okay. I mean, look at this tower. I've not seen anything like that in any games I've played. I don't think it looks particularly interesting as a tower. I mean, why would you design a tower like that where it is inherently weak at the bottom? It is fairly weird. And these towers, they certainly look like they're on the move. But of course, they look like this because, look, they're putting chips underneath them. Are they putting chips underneath them? Again, just limited by tech. Look, it's got a chip on the top. I don't know. They all got this space at the bottom to put a chip there and a chip on the top. So that's limiting everything. You're limiting design with all this that you're doing. It really is. And, you know, for me, it could be so much more if it was full miniaturized with card, UV spotted, double-sided card for more random maps. And yeah, you can see a nice sheet here with section bits off. This is nicer laid out than those just black and white ones that they have up at the top. There is a $10 upgrade pack for first edition. First edition was only last year, so ooh, this is. But it is what it is. You get $10 for the upgrade. If you click here, it will show you the other games that you can get in the Pledge Manager. They are selling Too Many Bones, for example. If you want a copy of that, you can get it in the Pledge Manager. No, stretch goals. The hero's bounty. This is fairly cool. I mean, it's, you know, the map does have its side quests to be doing, which is nice. We got some interesting item cards that have been unlocked. I mean, look at this guy, Devoted. I mean, that just looks... Does that look scary? Does that look something? That's something you could stand on with your foot. I mean, it just looks like very childish. I'm just not thrilled at the art. But I am interested in the items more than the characters that they're pushing out here. Hidden armor. Yes. Anyway, I mean, this bit here, as we go down, they're unlocking one card every 25k. A card. Is that really a stretch? I mean, come on. So yeah, this is a little bit... Stretch goals disappointing also. This guy would look cool as a mini. He would look cool as a mini. All these chips could be minis. With individual sculpts, it would be so much better table presence than what you have at the minute. And Chip Theory Games should be pushing themselves into 2020 by seeing what they can do differently, what they can improve on, what can they change up their game. Are the fans going to be disappointed that they go minis and get away from the chips? I don't think so. So here you go, you're just unlocking cards. Not very exciting. Look, you got 500,000 and you give them 2 extra cards for the 500,000 stretch goal. Whoopee-doo! And yeah, a card unlock should be like every 5k. I mean, it's that small of a stretch. It really is a faux stretch goal. That's what they are. I like this. The new max shipping rates. They're certainly not going to charge you more. And sheer the weight of the box alone. Excuse me. The box alone, the weight. This is not too shabby. $50 for the rest of the world. So there is that. Lots of gameplay stuff here, and there's a good picture here of the chips laid out, and it's more of a quirky thing. It really is. It is. You know, you put that next to a high quality standee. I don't like standees. You put that next to an unpainted mini. The unpainted mini is going to win out. And you just have cards for these characters, where the card, you can do a full hero image instead of the images you have here, and you can just put the stats on the card. It's not rocket science. Alright, there we go. No rule book. Don't want to show us the scenario book. Don't want to show us that. This company does like you to discover it yourself, as they say. And so there we go. You got 3 days to go. 1. Do you love the art? Well, if you do, you might be interested more than I am, because the art is a huge compromise. 2. Do you have the money? Remember, you can $5 pledge in. That's the minimum pledge to get into the post-campaign pledge manager. We don't know how long that's going to be. Oh my goodness, there's 22. We're going to have to look at the FAQ. We're going to look at this monster FAQ. I don't know. You bring me Cloudspire 2nd edition with cards, tiles that are UV spotted, high definition art, double-sided. You've got me more interested. You give me miniatures instead of chips, and I'm on board 100%. And that's just the way of it. That is just the way of it. Because all that's flashing at me is compromise. It's all compromise that this Kickstarter is offering me. And, you know, gameplay alone does not cover it on Kickstarter. Simply doesn't. There has to be something intriguing with the components. And here, there's not one component here that has me interested. None of the minis, the dice that they're not showing off as they should. I mean, look at this. This is the best image we have of the dice here. That's not good enough. These health dials, look, this is something you're going to have to upgrade because they give you the basic ones here. That looks like a capitalist move because this is just the most boring chip you could have done. And you're offering they're not even screen printing the ones you're paying for. They're just putting stickers on. They might as well just sell you a sticker pack for $2 to put stickers on these. It is a little bit offensive. So, oh man, just what can I say? Cloudspire is just disappointing for me. It really is. To put simply, a disappointing Kickstarter game that inherently puts a dampener on its art because of the materials you're using. And like I said, if you're not going to do it, someone will do it. A MOBA style game with tower defense with minis. It's coming. It is coming. So until then, Cloudspire has its time in the sun. So there you go. Cloudspire. Expensive game because of the components. Simple as that. When they don't need to be. They do not need to be neoprene. It doesn't need to be chips. But it is what it is. It's the game. And you're paying. The pledge I recommend is the $110 pledge. Or you go in for the $5. And that is for people coming in here that don't have Cloudspire. That do have Cloudspire. If you don't have Cloudspire, you're looking even more expensive. Alright, so let's look at the FAQ before we say goodbye. Are there any Kickstarter exclusives in the campaign? No! No, it's a retail Kickstarter. You are getting the bounty pack for free. That's it. Upgrade pack. In short, the upgrade pack includes a fully revised reference sheet, an updated rulebook, scenario books with a new layout, and some updated cards and stickers. $10. You could offer a PDF of these rulebooks and things like this, and cards and sticker packs. I don't know. Yeah, of course, that's $5. That's obvious. Can I upgrade my pledge? Of course you can. The pledge manager will be open for at least 6 weeks after the campaign. Oh man, so you've got to pay by the end of May. Ouch! Ouch, 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 ouch. Yeah, if you upgrade from the 5 to the 55, you will get the free Heroes bounty. Will everything ship at the same time? Yes. Why are you running such a short campaign? We have a relatively small team, and our lives and other aspects of our jobs basically get put on hold during a Kickstarter. Is that true? COVID-19 lockdown, that you're still working with another job? Really? I don't agree with any short campaign. I don't think there's any reason to do a short campaign. I think the shortest campaign that you can do is a 14-day campaign, something that has a structured stretch goals, daily unlocks like we saw with Storm Sunder. That is the way to do a short campaign, 14 days. And trust me, that was a short bloody campaign because there was much to learn about that game. Really was. These short campaigns are not good for the backers. They're not. If you think it's good for you, well, you're here for the backers. And it's not good for the backer. Will all the expansion content fit in the base box? Yes. Everything aside from the books and the minis will fit in the game box. Ooh, there's going to be an update on this to show you how it all fits in. Yes, all stretch goals will be put in if you buy the base campaign again, because if like this, nothing's Kickstarter exclusive. I'm going to quickly have a quick look at these updates. Anything interesting? Increase your storage space. Let's look at this one. I want to see how this one works. Yeah, so the base here, it's a big chunky box, isn't it? That's why it's going to fit in, because there's a huge box. A box full of minis! No, it's chips and neoprene mats. Oh. Look at this, they're even using foam core inside these boxes, just adding more cost. Ooh. That does not look very professional, does it? But again, it's middleware. This is a middleware company. It is not a AAA. It doesn't have that, so that's what it is. It's a middleware Kickstarter. So potentially I'm looking for a AAA Kickstarter, and this is not there. It is middleware, but with middleware you expect a middle price. You expect middleware to be not as expensive as $100, and this is costing up there to a AAA game. So yeah, what can I say? Middleware priced at $100. Ouch. Alright. I've been Lipstickpaddy. This is Kickstarter Radio 102.4. You take care, stay safe, and bye-bye for now.